The current single for you is probably the best place to start, I think, for you, and that's
Sure.
American Dreamers. Tell us about this song, Kent.
Well, it's about pretty much my life. I had another one on the album before that was about the guy who I started the band with, and we started when we were in college, and we we had a really good band. It was like the Birds, a four-part harmony. Everybody played good, sang good, and we were doing really well. And we had a big audition, and the other lead singer, guitar player in the band, left for LA with his girlfriend and didn't tell anybody. So we show up. There was no cell phones back then, you know. I know that's hard to believe, but so we show up at the gig and he's not there,
It's such a
and
musician thing to do, man.
yeah, that was a musician thing to do. So that kind of inspired the song that's on the other album called "This Song's for You." So this is kind of a continuation of, the first time you pick up a band and you're in a garage band, and a lot of people decide, well, I'm not going to go to college and do something different, or I'm going to do whatever. But a lot of us just stuck in there and kept playing and kept slogging along and honky tonks and whatever. And like the song says, my bass player gave up and he became a really big real estate agent. And the other guy who moved to California, he, we kind of didn't ever hear from him again. And then the drummer disappeared, who was a good friend of mine, and I've never heard from him again either. So it's just interesting. So
Sounds like an episode of Yellowstone, Ken. I'm not going to lie.
well, it's kind of like that. And, the comments from so many people that have been in bands like this, it's
Yeah.
like, man, you nailed it. And then I'm lucky enough to live in Nashville where a lot of the people who were part of that song with the same experience, they moved to Nashville and they're making a living playing guitar in a road band or a studio mission musician. And like the other guy in my band, who's the other guitar player, Steve Allen, he's still in it now, and he's in a pop band called 2020, and he plays with me. And we're still out there doing it, and we still
Yeah.
want to play, and we still want to write songs, and it's it's just we made it.
Yeah.
They ain't
I,
chased us
I
off
chatted with
yet.
a band last night on our live show called The Great Unknown. And the reason why they're called that, Kent, you could appreciate this based on this song, is because they'll do a gig and they're just hoping that enough musicians show up that they can play the gig. They never know who it's
Yeah,
going to be.
that's yeah. I've been in bands like that where it was called Band of the Day because you never knew who was going to show up and play in the band.
Yeah.
And sometimes there's a three-piece, sometimes there's a seven-piece, but here's the gig. Are you going
Yeah.
to come?
Yeah.
If not,
Just
we're
make
going
it
to
work. It
play.
could be a solo show for all you know, right?
Exactly. And
Yeah.
I've done that before too. So
Right.
Yeah, it was the perfect summer for two six-string strummers to start a rock and roll band. We were bad at first, but with a lot of work, folks said we had a chance. turned into a Chevy van. Man, it was starting to get old. Still we were believers in the promise of the promised land. American dreamers without a backup plan. We weren't in it for the money or impressing the girls. It was knowing that a song could change our world. We were believers, American dreamers, out living that dream. Yeah, but it was getting old. Our father got married and moved off to LA. Greg got tired of being broke.